That's 3 players getting ready for that.
Placing swarm grenade out.
Finesse with a really good lurk here. Start pulling a few numbers of MIBR, but they have not let NRG through that long yet.
There's that first contact with the buddy system, but that initiates NRG to move inside this B site. Oh, and it seems to be MIBR who are as comfortable as Som to play towards yellow over here. Answered back by ardiis, but low on HP, gets a nice little dink, but is now getting chased down. MIBR are coming out strong.
Decent utility to come back in, but this long lurk already coming around from Finesse could become a problem if MIBR does start to do damage. Great defensive mollies, great delay coming out here from NRG on the post plant.
This is definitely big. Yes, JZZ and Heat open up, but there's that flank coming through, but Finesse unfortunately loses it to RGL. MIBR regaining control of the site, leaving ardiis once again solo. Another 3 versus 1, and another 2-player waiting to greet him on the re-peak. As MIBR,
so they can choose to still get out of this one, but it looks like a Sage plant after util clear will be the goal.
Nanostorm hasn't been popped. Finally does so, and the push comes in. Nice underhand flash. Self-play by Victor. And that first blood once again coming out from Finesse, who now becomes the entry fragger, then falls back because the turret's watching the flank, then he becomes a flanker himself. So lots of things moving through. Victor was playing a one and done, hoping to catch one off guard because of that stage wall that came up from ardiis. Still, player advantage for NRG. In great position to play passively. A 1-for-1.
3v2.
Reckoning available for RGL, but Buck has been dwelling down onto the spike. Not too sure if MIBR is going to use it. It's just going to be an entry instead. A dash in from Heat. Stop on a high-low. Good enough for 2 kills for RGL, keeping it expensive for NRG.
Read MIBR. Still early in the game. Seeing if MIBR will push here, tendencies, what can happen, but also NRG looking to come up with a strat. It's a wall up in mid. It's a trade of kills.
There's still 3 players inside the site, and the reckoning comes out. Only 20 seconds left on the clock. You have to commit somewhere, and everything is blocked. You can't fall back under tube, so you have to commit into the kitchen with 15 seconds left. The trades have to be immaculate if they're going to be contested. So MIBR decides to fall back instead. Finesse on the lurk, not working out. On the cross, trying to get the plant. Nice stall come in from Victor to not allow any other type of utility to come out on the defense. So this allows for you now to play passively. Good recon out too, but it's still Victor in the back of yellow. The lineup of both now to 2 versus 1. Out to Victor to make the clutch. There's that angle. Tap onto the second, not even halfway. So he's playing it patiently. JZZ gets the kill, but there's not going to be enough time. NRG will now score 2.
Oh, and taken out. Then you can get a battle res in. So a lot of answers right now that NRG has seen, or had for what they've seen from MIBR in these last few rounds.
Look at the gamble stack from MIBR. All of them towards the A site. First blood comes in though for Som. There's still players inside the A site for MIBR. High tide to come up. Running through ardiis. Gets a spray through the high tide as JZZ falls. And that stack becomes nothing. A crack to the defense instead. NRG ties up the game to a 3-3 scoreline. Operator, now he got spotted by the Alzone. Forces the wall up for the defensive side. NRG's already scaling up just behind murizzz, and it's a split on a 3-2. A rarity that we see as well on how we want to execute towards the A site.
Down A.
ardiis, though, falls first. Som on that fight towards Boiler. A second one to meet up with him just under the tube, answered back by murizzz. It's now even up a 2 versus 2. First one spotted, second one on top of that too. Connected onto Victor. As crashies is now left on the clutch. Up now, creeping up. A tap onto the spike. Oh my God. Moving up on the ropes though. Heat was waiting for it. A quick scope to end the round.
They may wait to move that null command in a little closer now with the spike.
But look at that poison orb coming up. That's from the defender all the way towards the A site, and Heat, has been watching that angle the whole time. Victor pushed all the way through, but the ping coming out from the null command gives away his position, so still has to play it passively. Heat somehow landing that shot onto Victor. Reckoning coming out. ardiis just getting stunned after stun. For the 3rd time even. It's him and Som, both falling down. Wow. And MIBR happy to just play this more passively because they have a lockdown to work with. Already comes up. There's that molly. Shock dart combo trying to break it down. Did it land close enough? It didn't. So that lockdown is still to come through. It's actually going to potentially even lock down one. Heat on the rotator cross on the raptor, lands it onto crashies. to retaliate out from Som, slowing it down for a bit more. High tide, look at the scaling coming out from that utility from both walls. Both controllers doing so good. Now we have to fight behind it.
Oh my God,
as Som opens it up onto FRZ. We have yet to tap onto that spike. Finally, we break it down onto the Cove. Now the Cove disappears and that Finesse gets the kill. But then JZZ already comes back out.
In numbers. If NRG finally decide to go for a quick hit.
Oh, they do.
This could be it.
They do. The knife, the flash already behind. JZZ, though, traded off by Finesse, who where also crashies, allows NRG to get a plant with the player advantage. Lure by that they have an upgrade that you just saw getting picked up. And all of MIBR late on the rotate.
Yeah. Really neat pop flash by Victor there. You saw not even time to turn. Just absolutely lost in the sauce when Victor came around the corner. Here's the retake. What can they do?
Recon Dart already slowed down for a bit. crashies is looking for a super late lurk down towards the A site. Big knife to come through. That might give the timing to get through. As ardiis playing from under. The flank might not even be needed. It's just to come in to not allow Heat to save the operator on the attack. Good on Victor to fall back and not go for the flash because that the toxic screen was coming down. As ardiis tries to go for the self boost for a kill. All of MIBR continuing to be very strong on these retake plays. A drop in! As Som greets him. JZZ and RGL on a 3 versus 2. High tide to push forward, gain space for JZZ, catching Finesse. Oh my God, almost missed that one. But it's a 2 versus 1. The first one was a little bit shaky, but he was crispy on that second kill. Al Jonas Som is dancing the way through on a 2v1 clutch. Now gets pinged. Has to dance and play behind the wall. Shark Darts are coming in. Oh! The shorty for the 2 kills! And the Red Bull clutch and tie in the first half. 6.
They go, right? Let's get back to A so MIBR can't plant safely. They don't know where we are, you know? You hear 3 people running in and it cause for pause right there. So almost the plant coming through now. Still waiting on this. RGL is going to get through Cove plant. Or they wait for the peaks. They're just trying to play off of NRG over peaking.
Also trying to see if they can waste out some utility. But sheriffs are coming into play into this pistol round. A 1-for-1. But a 2-for-2. As the plant finally comes in with 30 seconds left on the clock. Both players down for NRG. Working together. Pass towards screens. High tide comes down. Now separated on a high low, but ardiis still wins that one.
One enemy remaining.
Saw him now. W player. W streamer. Gets the flank there onto JZZ. Finesse is already in the back of the site. Nana Swarm on the left and right. Activates the first one when the alarm bot came down. Recon Dart also being thrown delays on the util.
So much delay.
No plant coming down at least. Push in from NRG. As MIBR are all stuck towards 410.
They're already in sight, defending every corner. MIBR
There's 18 seconds left with the spike going down.
Spike down.
A trade-off here as Shock Darts are even coming through on the defense. Some on the top finally stopped.
Player standing.
And the bleeding also stops on the hit in to the A site. Bonus round not converted now for NRG.
Comes down.
High tide was just used. But we still have a toxic screen available. Reckoning then coming out. Finesse being pinged out. Flank battle being heard now by FRZ. ardiis is the one on that flank. The backstab, where's the communication? But at least it gets traded out. Finesse down towards yellow, trying to punt an alarm bot, a turret on the top of yellow. But we're closing in right now on a 2 versus 1. Make that even a 1 versus 1. Tap onto the spike. Victor looking to bring it halfway. And just pre-firing the shot, but it's still going to be the round for MIBR. Tying up the game back 8-8.
They find that momentum, even with a bit of a... This double push is a little weird, Vansili. This could get awkward.
Oh, well, there's the flash first. Victor looks up. Heat falls, and the wall bang then comes out from both players rotating back of MIBR. So in the blink of an eye, Finesse makes it at 4 versus 3. The lurk didn't pay out, but at least the site is open to allow MIBR to move in for a plant. Off that timing, unfortunately. Wow, oh my God, even an ult coming out deep. This might be a call here for Ashley, still with the player advantage, still very doable right now. That Viper's Pit went too deep towards screen, so this double flank coming out from NRG could pan out.
Another round by murizzz where it just switches. Oh, big ult.
A huge one. Now a flash to come in. murizzz fully blinded, cannot find Victor. But after that kill, they know he's still stuck towards greens. The two flankers are still coming in towards 410 as the fight still comes in into the thick of it. As murizzz decides to put the pit down. Get picked off instantly, and Som comes in. Supporting NRG on the defuse. As they tie up the game.
9-9 here. Both teams being able to figure each other out round for round and bring a little bit more to the firefight. Oh.
And a flash to assist, though. This is huge. What teamwork from NRG. Into this mixed buy that we currently have from MIBR. The two rifles that remain are actually still stuck towards spawn, running towards the A site. But as we rotate across, who's there? That's Finesse. All of that utility. Off the alarm bot, but man, that was such a good fight by NRG.
Such a disgusting set play. The turn as well. To get that flash through, you just saw how timed and calculated it was there for NRG. They get back to play defense here as Finesse starts off on murizzz. It's just Meister. RGL.
Flawless.
And he goes down to ardiis.
Especially against everybody else there from NRG. Flawless round, Viper's Pit.
Oh.
Countered back by a lockdown from FRZ. That might cancel at the pit, or some might not care. Just stay in there. Decides to fall back instead. As murizzz was watching that flank, unfortunately dropping Finesse and crashies, trying to go for that double flank. That might
Number of MIBR members able to still take a site, able to still work off that flank and make sure they don't have to worry about what murizzz is doing. Just use the wall that he can provide them. So MIBR finding a way to make these rounds work even without the full squad propping and making these calls to go away from the utility and play the right angles. Now towards A.
30 seconds left.
That was the null command. Victor had null command up and was already playing A. They were expecting to be able to deny this, Van Silly.
There's the up trap, the right click's missing wide.
Oh my gosh.
But FRZ moves in from the ropes, dropping down ardiis. Som trying to get a timing towards the back of the site. The recon dart to come out. He sprays on the first as there's 10 seconds left. The shock dart actually canceled the plant initially as we have a 2v2 into the site. Heat still, when he updraft, was still alive into this round with 26 HP left. Alarm bot now in, but RGL's able to stay away from that radius. Heat watching the left side. The beating out coming out from Finesse as he swings across for that kill. crashies on a 2 versus 1. Tries to even it up. Not forcing the second one, and Heat watches the angle as crashies re-swings out. And MIBR, MIBR is just cascades. So everybody for NRG, because of this util coming out from the double controller, also fall back. And this gives an opportunity for NRG or MIBR to just move into these sites and plan. Heat with the first blood onto ardiis. 4 more to go here for MIBR to upset NRG on the first map. Victor has something else to say until RGL comes in for the event, the revenge. No plant coming down yet. 40 seconds left on the clock. Finesse trying to get a timing, but stopped. And it's all to one lone man. Som here on a 4 versus 1. Got the Rebel clutch in a 2v1 before. But now he has to fight inside a pit. First one on the contact. Clean shot onto RGL. Oh! Through the smoke, JCZ falls, but the pit's still up. Heat just at the top of the tower. Som trying to run in. Gets fought by murizzz. And MIBR will eventually get the first map here. 13-10 over NRG. Snake bites. There's great opportunities to play off-site at Long B. But it's just Victor by himself. Getting that first.
Victor!
Oh my, okay, that works out.
2 class.
murizzz watching from the spawn. Patient play from MIBR, thinking that NRG was going to re-aggress out there. Thra and now RGL. Trying to regain towards the map. Frenzy on a 1 versus 1. Som at the top of B Heaven. As the Cove comes out to spray onto the Frenzy, but there's almost no time. Som's playing this perfectly. And a round's gonna come in here for NRG on the pistol.
Wow. Victor.
B-Link. Trailblazer out from JZZ. It's gonna get shot down by Som. Not gonna spot too much. Vulnerable by a snake, but big flash now. As Frog gets 2 kills, ardiis on the backstab for the B-Link. But it comes down to those 2 players that we mentioned before. With Pulse Plant utility, Nanoswarm down on 2. Victor still has potentially lineups here with the snake bites. The first one comes down. The Guardian for the first kill. And it's up to Victor on a 2 versus 1. Who does get that pick onto FRZ. Now there's not going to be any time left. Wow. Victor answers back. JZZ saves, and it's NRG with 3.
Clutch. I almost broke a sweat.
But now it's a showstopper. Artist looking to clear space. Early shot. Oh my God, Heat gets one through. Finally onto the high tide. Heat now.
Spike planted.
Pit now comes out, sorry. As Artist at least, yes, has fallen under, but has created that space to allow NRG to play that pulse plant. Travelers are out on the attack, on the defense, on the retake. Snake bite to also stop any players from running down. It's only one tap onto the spike. Still one more snake bite available here for Victor. Just threw it down. Here comes the heal. Flash does not affect players. It's a 1-for-1 there, and it's murizzz still fighting back. And unfortunately here for the rest of NRG, they got plowed down towards the spawn. Every angle is currently being watched now by MIBR. So NRG decides to move into the B site. High tide coming out on the defense. A crossfire setup towards the back of the B site.
Last player standing.
And unfortunately, there's only one more player remaining. Yes, we're able to punish one on that rotate. And Finesse is trying to do more econ damage if he can. But it's a flank on flank. Reeves closing the gap. Heat holding close range, just pinged it. He's ready for this. Easy kill. MIBR with 2.
And you just saw the death.
Snake bites, nanoswarms, everything's up. Heat on the top of the boxes looking for this kill onto Victor. There's just too much utility as the pick comes back. Out on the defense. The spray out. Heat dashing forward. The pit then comes back down. And it's NRG across the board. Finesse with the last 2 kills. As, oh my God, it got chaotic. Lots. Very cautiously. Anticipating some sort of a gamble stack for MIBR towards the B site. Becomes a safe plant. But MIBR have been good on his retakes from JGZ's flash. Artist playing in front of it, getting the first blood here. Right click misses, and support comes down from Finesse. A satchel kill onto Heat. So we talked about the good
after Finesse's guiding light, right? The timing they have on the set plays right now, even if we saw MIBR backhaul, it looked like it would have ended up pretty bad for him.
As the Seekers are being answered back by JZZ. So an all for ult, a stalemate with 1 minute left on the clock. We're waiting for the rest of the utils, the next wave of the walls to come up here. Meanwhile, that lurk was lost from NRG. Oh, the drive-by denied, clotheslined. 1 more left to go, spotted by JZZ. As that's a great, we're not going to do much because we played already outside of the radius of the lock-in, placed down by MIBR. Artist still looking for more and has done some damage. The first nanoswarm to come out. You hear now the high tide coming down too. As that nanoswarm doesn't allow MIBR to tap onto the spike yet. Finesse now stuck in the corner, just running that clock down, doing what he can. And now finally tapped onto the spike. We're just spraying back, and there's just no time left. NRG will still capitalize on the first half to win it 8-4. Don't think we're going to see an operator with how he's been playing on the entryway of the attack, but let's talk about this battle right here off the flash. It's still MIBR on the top, at least for a short stint, as Victor fights right back. Comes in for the 3rd into the round and even picks.
As NRG does get this energy going into their games, a lot of the times it kind of looks like...
Last player standing.
Looks like potentially Victor with an ace.
30 seconds
as he gets
left.
4 into the round. FRZ now spotted by the turret. Victor and crashies. The dynamic duo here.
Turret's destroyed.
Just looking to play together. Swing off contact as the nanoswarm still available for FRZ. It's not going to do too much. Now both of them are swinging out. 8 HP left. But there's no time. One of them is going to run away. And that's going to guarantee the round then for NRG. And Victor on top of that will get the ace.
And finish.
Time then retaliated by NRG as they're trying to crawl back into Flower Pot. And Artist gets the paint shell kills onto JZZ. Nobody's really going for a plant, which is going to want to go for a last-minute plant, potentially towards the B site. The Reckoning comes out first. And Heat catching Som, running away. Heat also dashing away. But all of MIBR is actually looking to re-hit towards the A site.
30 seconds left.
Artist on the off angle.
Last player standing.
Everything being well watched by MIBR.
Really nicely contacted.
Satchel out.
Meanwhile, here for NRG, they still have their own duelists as Artist is pushing back.
Yeah.
Holding it with Som! Who they both get picked off by murizzz, allowing now MIBR to slowly gain more back control.
Player standing.
Now this man, talked about him before. Unsung heroes in a way that he's been...
So Seekers for next round, but that was an instant fight to shut down the showstopper from coming in. Both ultimate possibilities were there fighting at A main, and MIBR just comes out.
From the B lane, so that's gonna spot Victor right here. Just trying to stay alive, just trying to keep this pit up. A counter Viper's pit on the attack with 10 seconds left. Victor just holding it across the corner. crashies is there for 2 kills. Comes out to Heat to fight back. Now the spike has been planted. murizzz now dancing out of his pit to be able to get the kill onto crashies. Showstopper out. Clearing out towards the back of the site. Both did not have to move in. What? Oh my gosh. murizzz still dancing around the pit to get the last kill onto ardiis. These on high tide to regain space towards the A side, but Heat has already dashed in. Pain shells now out from ardiis. A little bit of damage onto Heat. But then the Cove comes up in an attempt to plant for MIBR. 13 seconds left. Ran through, but saved by FRC. Another attempt of a plant. As we're just spraying across, JZZ answers back on the Som. 4 seconds left, and finally the plant comes down. Finesse then gets
4v2.
swamped by JZZ. As a 2-player disadvantage comes out for, make that even up. 3-player disadvantage. crashies trying to come out for the clutch.
Wow.
Seconds left. crashies has lockdown though. NRG's closing in. And crashies gets that first kill on that retake attempt. Som on the top of heavens. Util being used, util being heard. We're playing behind the high tide, but it's still NRG to fight back.
Enemy remaining.
A 2 versus 1.
Not planning for long.
And it's usually was FRZ that had that lockdown and never had a chance to use it. And because it's not planted for long, it's an easy defuse for Som. Plant coming in. Done. Low HP is RGL, but still stays alive. Throws another cascade, blocking off some vision. crashies moving in, doesn't care. Couple of players detained on both ends. But that's a big kill that crashies needed. And for the rest of MIBR.
Only one Viper bite.
Here comes that Cove out for the defuse. Half and halfway, but it's being sprayed by MIBR. Only 1 player left. They're so low on HP. 1 snake bite at least. Kill from the grave is gonna be Victor. But MIBR stays alive. The thing is right here though, we picked up the reckoning for Som. So this might become a very, very gruesome battle in the last round of regulation.
Overtime on the horizon.
And the plant comes in once again for long range. There's that pit. There's an early Seekers. Heat pushing towards the spawn. The first blood to Som. Everybody's dropping instantly for our NRG. crashies low on HP, even at 1 HP inside the pit. And we are indeed going into the extra rounds as has to activate it. Trying to swing out, and he's actually in the radius to get re-healed now. But Som's watching it. Headshot now, advantage out for NRG, moving into the site. Flash attempted by JZZ, trying to push in through. ardiis is getting the satchels in. Oh, RGL though continues to spray, putting down ardiis. Spike has not been planted because of all of the pressure coming out from MIBR. But thankfully, it's still on the back here of Som, falling back towards the pillars. Counter spray is coming through on both ends, but it's just light damage being done. At the end of the day, it is a play advantage for NRG with 30 seconds left on the clock. As this might be the cue for NRG to fight right back. Flash in 3 seconds available.
Standing.
Make that in 0 seconds as Victor just got picked off by JZZ. Or sorry, the opposite. Killed by the snake bite. As RGL now in the back of the site.
Spike planted.
Information's already there. crashies gets the kill, and NRG's back in the lead.
Oh, nice molly.
Thrown early. You talked about trying to force out early utility. They're able to do so as crashies gets instantly traded out by JZZ. Now it's up to 1 player in the back of the site. Solo hold, solo play.
They go back to A here?
Probably not. Not
Probably
at this
not.
point.
Not the dive in.
The spike's committed. And Finesse does get the first turns around on the other end, but JZZ's still there. Spike now moving forward from long B, high to the site. Boombot already trying to clear out the angles. JZZ prepped up with a flash. Not even needed. Pulls out the rifle first and does get that 3rd kill into the round.
2v2.
And here's that lurk from the bottom to make it a 2 versus 1. Low HP is Som at 2.
All targets clear.
It's time to stretch your legs, chat. We might be going a few extra. Link this time. It's MIBR that's looking to push. crashies is waiting though while the execution happens towards the B side. crashies gets the information on 2 players, so some room to breathe for NRG to plant inside this B site. The heal coming up now for Finesse. On to his teammates. The plant's a little bit deep, so there's an opportunity to do a safe defuse if MIBR can move in here from that B-link and then initiate the defuse from there. Only ardiis is playing towards the back of the site. murizzz is moving forward. That flash assist allows for him to get another one. Finesse answers back. There's only 1 left to go. It's RGL, 31 HP. Cove up, full HP and armor are 2 players. He lands a nice one there. Cascade up, tap onto the spike. The gun is sticking through. Victor so smart. Victor so smart for that win. And NRG once again. That they realize that there's no pressure coming in here towards that mid side. That's an opportunity for a late lurk. That said though, with 35 seconds left, running into the site, the dash through an ardiis greets heat by spraying across, but the snake bite evens up the tally on a 4 versus 4. 30 seconds left, everybody's forced to fall back, re-heal and re-hit for MIBR towards this B site.
4v3.
Sprays across the end, ardiis falls. But we still have at least some players inside the site. Some moving towards the back end. 10 seconds left on the clock. The flash! But it does not connect here onto JZZ. MIBR still has something left to stay. They still have some grit. They still have some fight. And we're going into another round over. Here comes the Boombot towards the spawn. Just to see and spot another player towards spawn. And it's all players of MIBR looking for the high-low. A big play off the flashes once again from JZZ. ardiis is blind, forced to fall back. There's only 1 player playing towards the back of the site, and it's an assist for a flash to allow Son to move forward. A good look so far on NRG for a post plant. High tide about to come down. ardiis with a 3rd, allowing NRG to get the 3rd into the round. Only 1 left, and it's Som putting NRG back at that point.
Back call for 2. It's a big defense for those. All up to crashies and Victor now, unless the team can get here in time.
Cascade, jiggle peek. Victor now snake bite on the ground. Dash coming in from heat. An assist potentially coming across. Support from the end. It's going to be ardiis at the top. Only 1 kill needed. It's murizzz at the bottom. And it's a Satchel to the kill. ardiis comes back to fight with the rest of NRG. And we are going to a 3rd match.
By force.
And Som doesn't have any stars to go for gravel paint shells. So he's just trying to peek out with the frenzy. Nato's starting to push him away, but we're committing now inside this B site for MIBR. ardiis trying to fight back and will be able to do so. murizzz trying to gain control of the map, dropping from the heavens.
ardiis,
as the fault line comes through, the assist for Som to get the kill. A 3 versus 1. FFRZ answers back. Plant attempted, running out, gets a headshot to Finesse, but there's not going to be any plant coming through. The round is still going to come in for NRG.
Incredible. Could be a quick FRZ play if they want to get themselves into the site with no trouble. They have to lock this. They have to clear that spot though. Dry peeks it and gets hit by Victor.
Almost
right spot, right time. Yeah, twice in a row now.
RGL got hit. Has support right now from Finesse. Fully flash coming out here from JZZ as a fault line comes across. A kill from above. murizzz lurked up from the B heavens. Snakebite though missed. Oh, Som does get the hit onto murizzz.
Som! Player standing.
But couldn't get the second one there onto JZZ. It's up to ardiis, a 2 versus 1. Does not have the weapon for this distance on this high-low. And it's too weak for JZZ's peak. And that's gonna...
There you go. Waterfall down? Oh no, straight up top. And here's the lockdown we were talking about from that orb grab previously.
30 seconds left.
ardiis is just trying to stay back there. crashies staying in the back.
Spike?
Of the radius.
Spike's up top.
Of the ult gets 3 kills into the round.
Player standing.
That's a 1 versus 1, 16 seconds left. Now FRZ picks up the Vandal. crashies just holding his ground.
10
Seekers
seconds
are
left.
available. He's not using it. He's just looking instead to get posted up for the kill. He gets 4 into the... Waiting for this wall to come down. The timing on that.
Timing.
10 seconds
He's about
left.
to get backstabbed here by the judge. Upgraded into the Phantom. And the plant will then come in.
I think they know murizz's position.
They have to, especially after these seasons.
Yeah.
Cosmic Divide then coming out in the attack, trying to play behind it.
They don't!
Oh no, unfortunately. And now it's at least the wallbang coming out from Som, and it was the Seekers coming out from JZZ to find that information instead. Both of them now playing behind the wall. Flash available for crashies, goes towards the elbow, blinds both players, but no swing out. Waiting for the wall to come down. They know the judge is here.
One enemy remaining.
But it's RGL.
And save.
Yeah. RGL and JZZ were just too strong there behind the Cosmic Divide. And that's a thrifty coming in for the Brazilians. Som trying. Oof, with the less bullet, got the kill. Was able to save that weapon. Take to go back towards this B site. We are playing close. This could be contact with a showstopper on top of that. Despite a lower buy. There's crashies upgrading that weapon there. The clear comes across. Som gets 2 kills. Showstopper out! Connects onto Heat. And they spot the last player. A 3 versus 1. Spike now picked up. FRZ committed to move towards this B site. A kill in the plant.
Done, and then they can work the map with a few more
30
weapons.
seconds left.
Knowing that they're at a disadvantage just in that sense makes them move slow. A hit coming in as they waterfall out.
Flash and a double peek. crashies was only able to grab one. ardiis also falls. So those 2 rifles into this round.
Yeah.
They do have an answer for it for MIBR.
Spike planted.
Now, as the lockdown comes out, that forces NRG to play outside of the radius and to play a later retake. But that's time wasted off the clock. Also time wasted off the Cosmic Divide set up by Som. As now it disappears. JZZ with 2 flashes still available. 1 weapon upgrade coming out here from the last player that didn't have one. And as JZZ continue to work in, wow, we are answering right.
As a sniper after you take the shot just to keep the team guessing. Here towards B heaven. Sight might be clear, but they're ready to defend it.
Gosh, what a 180 to get that onto Finesse. But thankfully Som is there and also Victor.
Yep.
Spike down B.
1 through the wall bang, right into the chest of RGL. That's the spike down. FRZ trying to clear some space. The timing to lurk out towards spawn. He's able to get that kill onto Som. Alarm bot and a pin out. And a pit out. We get a plant for long.
Oh,
Walk in the pit. ardiis gets the pick. It's now only up to murizzz. Trying to just stay close as he can here. Flashed out. Cannot now move into his own pit. Now as it comes down, all 3 players are there to greet him. Even crashies barely only good for the delays, allowing all of NRG to just be posted up and ready for that eventual hit of MIBR inside the A site. And that's Finesse spraying through smokes, getting the first pick off onto JZZ. We're still closing in. crashies inside the site, playing outside of the nebula. They're gonna let the plant down, and murizzz gets a nice pick off that bulldog. Aggressive position. Som gets the pick onto FRZ.
3v2.
And with the Cosmic Divide, close range with the shorty. Victor gets the pick
Last player standing.
and couldn't pick up the gun on time. Close range now. Som making it a 1 versus 1 against the IGL. Only with the bulldog hiding on the other side of the wall. Now Star comes in. Oh, he heard the jump though. He heard the jump and bulldog. Well, blindside! Wait! Of the smoke! As now the wall comes out, he swings back out, gets the kill! The 3 into the round!
But it looks like they do want to, MIBR wants to go through vents in the end here.
Counting the utility being used though. ardiis was trying to get that flank across. And that's counting the utility that Finesse was using up towards A heavens. That's an opportunity to move back up. So NRG had to make a move. Figure out that they could play the numbers advantage. Trying to get a flank across, but all of those angles, all of those attempts fully denied until we're still pushing towards the B site. Stopped by Victor Elise to start. Som unfortunately is gonna get timing here by Heat. Okay, it was close. 17 seconds left, now footsteps. And it's a lockdown, but a fake Elise from MIBR. Rotating over towards the A side. Still 2 players from NRG inside this A site. Off angle, trying to get the delay. The fault line coming out from Finesse. And ardiis catches Heat, jumping across. Even a Cosmic Divide to make things difficult. And everything's just working so well now. Off that kill, crashies pops out the Seekers. That's gonna spot the last 3. A little bit ahead of 1 Seeker though, as FRZ is able to pick him off. And Victor's waiting with this op. No util really available, so it has to be a body peek. And Victor capitalizes on that kill. Showstopper to come out, and we are running away right into the crosshair. A Som and a long range. Showstopper coming out, playing Rocket Arena.
And MIBR waiting with arms open, the Quadra Frenzy strat. Let's see if they can catch one. Here it goes.
Oh my god, it was almost a kill. The dink there down 22 HP's Heat. Could not escape from that satchel. But there comes the push.
Sheriff.
The support from ardiis with the Sheriff and the wallbang. FRZ does have a frenzy against a low HP of ardiis. And that spike towards elbow. Finesse looking for some support. Oh, he turns away. Thought that he was going to be able to get that kill, or spot that he got the kill.
Right.
As now Snakebite comes down. Nice push in from MIBR. ardiis is only at 9 HP. murizzz now in a position where a body shot could take him, and he white swings instead. And MIBR out, looking to fight back towards Mail. Heat creeping up to support him on B Heavens, and unfortunately crashing. Just pops out of nowhere outside of the poison orb. Free kill. And Heat now clears out towards Mail, and that's gonna stop any type of pressure that NRG had at the beginning of this round.
They're going to be walking right into a Trailblazer. Possibly JZZ. No, that util's down now. This push from ardiis is going to be even better if they can get B main at the right time.
Fortunately, only has a stinger. And with that, with the nanosword combo, it works out. Only 2 players alive, but one's already inside the smoke. murizzz trying to get a timing. Smoke now dissipates.
Spike planted.
Catching Finesse, puts out the pick. The 2 players on the attack, though, upgraded into weapons. No utility available, but there's actually still a star there. Moving up towards the ropes. Som is now on a 2 versus 1. Gets that first one as the pick gets pulled down. An opportunity for Som, who now gets lead and flicks across. Was getting peeked out there by murizzz. Out from crashies if he has a flash available soon, but it's going to be a walk-up instead. Rolling Thunder then, getting the shot in the back. crashies then moves forward for that second kill. There's that flash that's available, falls back to safety until murizzz moves through. Dropping from heaven to hell. The wallbang coming in, the stars.
Man, if they started getting the defuse on their Van Silly, that was gonna feel weird. 4 ultimates and no secure, but that's not the case. 4 ults do secure the round NRG.
So that delays a little bit, but it doesn't matter. NRG still makes it inside the site. MIBR is already there, as you mentioned, Riv. Ready to rotate, ready to flood, and it's gonna be Pink Shells to initiate. Victor, though, holds back the push initially from a ramp. A late lurk coming out from ardiis as his teammates are slowly falling down from long-range battles. Finally, that lurk works out. Important kill coming up here. At least breaks the lockdown. Showstopper then coming out, misses.
It's down.
As crashies is able to capitalize.
2v2.
Punishing Heat. 2v2 indeed. FRZ
remaining.
can the clothesline, putting crashies on a 1 versus 1. 35 HP left. FRZ only with the Sheriff. A tap onto the spike. Halfway now.
No.
Looking to stick it, and crashies moves down. The headshot and a save for NRG. Side aftershock to even clear out towards hell. ardiis is just waiting for a peek that tries to get information, but the shots are going to be heard. RGL's at default, and RGL still gets the first with support from Heat just behind him.
They just stay in sight. They're waiting for the clear. Still going though. NRG's in.
Victor answering back. Still only 1 player inside the site. It's RGL dancing way into A main. Caught by Victor, but down to 13 HP, and also down to himself. With the spike on the tap, nobody left. Peeking out. 2 players up on heaven as well. It's JZZ and FRZ. Victor looking out, and then that's a nice protocol there for MI.
Finesse's fault lines, what they're gonna get.
30 seconds left.
Great detection.
The flash and set to find out information, keeping the Seekers for the retake, but Satchels misses. Still shoots it towards the air and lands it onto JZZ. So it cancels out the Seekers, but Heat then comes in. Satchel across. Victor, though, gets the pick up to RGL. As there's only 12 seconds left on the clock, the spike is actually down. We have to move in to pick it up, but there's only 1 player left. It's going to be Heat. 5 seconds left into this round, and we're at least going to get the plat down.
Standing.
ardiis missing. A double swing coming across, and Victor puts NRG at map and series points. Being RGL, and it's a grab, well, a flash, and a flash even coming out on the attack, and those nades are gonna hurt RGL. Satchel coming out, ardiis gets the first blood.
30 seconds left.
And NRG smells that victory, now pushing into the site. JZZ gets the kill with the frenzy. 22 seconds left. 2 players are inside there.
Wait a
the
minute.
swing wide to
4v3.
allow these kills to happen. The showstopper onto the spike. And JZZ gets 4 kills into the round. Spin to the site. crashies still has to cross over, and thankfully nobody from MIBR is there. So the plant comes in. It's going to be safe. A push towards spawn, and Victor gets the first blood down at low HP. JZZ looking to fight back. Seekers to come out too. Onto the attack after grabbing the orb, after grabbing the spike.
murizzz.
Murizzz makes it a 4 versus 4. It is going to get chaotic right here in the spawn, and it's still Victor. Only
NRG's
3
so
players
hurt.
low on HP indeed. Victor still gets another one. Finesse with the frenzy. But we might go into overtime right here. Victor picks up a Vandal.
Again, though?
A drop in, the shot, murizzz waiting for it. And for a second time.
Up around wherever Victor's operator goes. Look at crashies, just on a tether, right? Just for a moment as they decide where to go. It's a hit towards B.
Heat misses the boxes. Gets punished right away by Finesse, who gets a flash. JZZ turns away from it, so it's immediately traded off. Saw him playing towards the back of the site behind the Nebula. Support coming out from Victor as well. And it's a 1-for-1. Upshot misses. One of the rare misses of Victor on the operator in a crucial time in overtime against MIBR, allowing the attack to get the plant in. ardiis then drops in, caught off angle by JZZ once again, who activates the Seekers, goes in for the kill, cannot get it. The trade attempt not working out, chased by the Seekers. And MIBR take the lead.
That A site.
And we're wide on the crossfire setup inside A for MIBR. 20 seconds left on the clock.
Still go back.
We are actually going back towards the B site. Pushing across, the satchel's already being used. Now it's a race towards the B. Heavens! And crashies and Finesse give the players advantage, at least into the site. And there's also and you'd be scared right now because it's JZZ.
Yeah.
That's still alive for MIBR. A late lurk coming out towards Heavens. ardiis wins it. There's that fault line to come out. As they heard now, JZZ has a flash activated close range. Now spotted on the top by ardiis at towards Hell. And Song jumps across with the RGL winning towards B main. And all of MIBR moving towards this B site.
Finesse. Oh, this is creepy.
It'll clear it. Easy kill. Transferring on to the second one. The spike is down.
Ooh.
But Heat answers back, and even FRZ gets 2. Back into an opportunity for MIBR to close in into the round on the attack. FRZ moving in for a plant, and the plant will also allow a lockdown to happen. So there's the plant, there's the lockdown, and here is NRG pressured to fight back. And it's denied once again as MIBR find the...
Dan's, are they gonna dip right into sight here? They're choosing the Killjoy utility spot.
Oh, we slipped through. Victor slipped through. Got the pick there onto FRZ. As now murizzz is under heavy attack. Sprayed through, then killed by Som. Instantly, NRG moves into the A site. And they get a 5-player post plant.
Need that back.
That was well orchestrated. We usually don't see NRG just activating like that. A lot more goes into sussing out what's the utility, what's the agents. Confidence behind players there as they all go in together. Ooh, this retake. A little bit of util to be used. It's not clicking just yet. But this is going to have to be MIBR dropping in soon.
They're not dropping in,
No,
they're dropping
they're
down.
Just dropping out.
RGL still had a couple of stars, but now with that Nebula coming out from Som, that is not going to make it easy for RGL at all. NRG ties it up one more time. From murizzz here, behind his wall. The flash then comes across. And as they drop inside vents,
no.
an opportunity for crashies.
Nothing!
Denied.
30 seconds left.
Into the smoke. Som getting caught off the rotate. murizzz off that lurk. An easy one for the kill. And it's now time for MIBR's chance to get a 5-player alive after the post plant.
One enemy remaining.
ardiis.
Last man standing.
On the team, so yeah, they're ready for MIBR to make a move, but still NRG has in mind what they want to do to win this round. It looks like they are going to attempt B here, at least with the guiding light, to see if mid actually allows them to pull back and go somewhere else here.
Snakebite down. So at least for NRG, they know that the Viper rotated across, so
Yeah.
ardiis is looking for the lurk on the top of the pick. Satchel's in now, could be a fake. Oh, the flash, not good enough. It's mistimed, and that forces now NRG to fall.
Down B. Last player.
Only one more to go, and it's not gonna happen. Just on
Defenders
camera.
win.
Heat gets the last kill, and MIBR get the upset against NRG.